Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? Whew. How is everyone doing today? It's Friday. Happy Friday. I've got printers printingly. Hopefully all goes well. I got a care package of Prusament came in on Monday, and I've had like 4 or 5 printers printing non-stop all week, trying to print 378 Gundam parts. That's a lot of Gundam parts. It's a lot of Gundam parts. Printer XL build 487.6. It's number 13. Look, it's built. It powers up. It powers up. We actually might push plastic today. I'm hoping we push plastic today. You had to Google Cretaceous? Samuel, try not to be rude. Please tell me English is not your first language. If English isn't your first language, and how do you not know the Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous? Those are the 3 periods dinosaurs existed in. Isn't that like commonly, like part of the common education system? I mean, it was in Canada. They drilled that shit into our head. I mean, I'm wearing a dinosaur shirt today to celebrate the occasion. Ah. Oh, you had to Google which dinosaur. Ah, that's... There you go. That makes sense. I can't remember which one Stegosaurus is from. If it's, I think, Jurassic Stegosaurus. No. T-Rex is from the Cretaceous. Anyways, what are we doing today? Today, if all goes well, we are pushing plastic on the Venture XL. I know it's taken 13 parts. To be fair, many of these streams have been shorter than the or average stream just because. So we're going to be pushing plastic on that. At the end of stream, as per always, we are giving away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link for your chance to win in the video description. Enter now. Do this now because we're going to do the draw at the end of the stream, either 1 o'clock or whenever the stream ends. And then also, today is the last day of Polymaker's big restock sale. So if you do need to stock up on filament, because you know that shit ain't going down in price anytime soon, now is probably the best chance to do it. Polymaker, I have 2 links for it, video description and also pinned in chat. It is an affiliate link. It won't cost you anything extra. In fact, it'll go a long way in supporting the channel without costing you anything extra. And because it's on sale right now, you're gonna save money. 35%, and then if you get like $150 in filament, you get a free spool, and then I think there's a free shipping tier as well. There's a bunch of deals. Go check it out. Canada and US only, unfortunately, though. So that ends today. I don't know what time it ends today, but it ends today. Also, the Poly Dryer 2 is on sale, apparently. My Twitter feed has been spammed with people retweeting some other content creators' videos, hype promoting it, so I won't ask you to do that because that's... I'm not gonna make you work without pay. What kind of rude, how rude is that? Stegosaurus from late Jurassic. Okay. Fun fact, for those that don't know, Stegosaurus lived further away from the T-Rex than we do from the T-Rex. The time period from the Stegosaurus to the T-Rex is a longer time period from the T-Rex to today. Yeah. Earth is old, man. Earth is old. Okay, who wants to power this thing up? Who wants to, I was gonna say a naughty word. Who wants to power this printer up? Let's get this printer powered up and printingly. Let me, hopefully you can't see me. I mean, it doesn't matter. This password is only for this laptop. Okay, so if all goes well, let me pull up the stream here so I can actually see you guys. Do it from over here so that I don't accidentally dox myself. Not that I have anything worth doxing. Come on. Load the YouTubes. Load the YouTubes. There we go. The YouTubes is loaded. Now I can see you, chat. Wave hi, chat. I can see you now. Chat, wave hi. Everyone wave. Everyone wave in chat. Live chat. There we go. Okay, who's ready? 3, 2, 1, contact. So we got the red light. It's booting up. Booting up. I gotta find an Allen key so I can put these 2 screws in. Here, you watch the printer while I do that. If it catches fire, yell. I brought all my Allen keys back over here. And of course I just threw them on the shelf, and now I think that's one. There we go. There we go. So we are, we're online. It's booted up now. On the last stream, I know we had the issue where, so let's go through the issues. Let's go through the issues because this machine is online now. So let me get these screwed in, and then we'll go back over to the cooler side of the garage, and we're gonna yap for a bit because we got a bit to talk about this kit, Fysetc. We got a bit to yap about. We got a bit to yap about. But the printer is online, as you can see, it's online. So what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? Well, what happened? What happened on the stream? Why wasn't it working? Why wasn't it working? Well, it's working now. Okay. So I see doggo floof. There's doggo floof everywhere. He's shedding like crazy because of the heat. So what happened? What happened? Well, on the stream on Tuesday, isn't it? On Tuesday, we powered up the printer for the first time, and we were getting nothing to the tool head. We were getting 24 volts to the tool head, but none of the LEDs were lighting up. There's a 3.3 volt LED that's supposed to light up if the tool head is getting MCU power for the brain on the tool head. It wasn't lighting up. So we had that, and then of course, because the tool head wasn't powering up, we weren't seeing the tool head MCU or anything plugged into it like the cartographer. So we did some troubleshooting. We couldn't figure it out. Somebody suggested we start unplugging stuff to make sure there's a short. At the end of the stream, we did do that. We unplugged everything, and hey, the tool head board powered up, but the cartographer was still not powering up. So I did a little digging, and by did a little digging, I asked somebody who helped test this printer. I did reach out to Fysetc. I sent them off a DM, be like, hey, yo, what do you recommend? And before they got back to me, we had sorted out the problem. So what the problem was, let me pull it up here, because it's actually, I don't blame myself for this. I blame bad documentation, because it's always documentation. All right, so there's that. So here's what happened. Here's what happened. We were following the manual. I had gone on the GitHub and I had downloaded the manual, okay? And the manual still hasn't been updated. It's last updated like 3 months ago or whatever. So when we got to the wiring diagram, it says the cartographer plugs into USB 1, which is right here, which is what I had it plugged into. It turns out there's a USB 2 on the back of the tool head board. And if you look at the wiring diagram on the wiki, it's been updated to show that. So if I was following the wiki instead of the manual, this is just an image on the wiki, it shows it plugged into the right spot, because this is the USB port that is switchable, not this one, because it needs to be CAN. So I switched the USB port, and I made sure it was plugged to CAN, and lo and behold, hey, it boots up. However, we were still getting a short. So then I had to figure out what was causing the short. So you start doing elimination. You unplug everything, it works. Okay, start plugging stuff in one at a time. So I start plugging in everything on it one at a time. Hey, it's all booting up now. Put the front face of the stealth burner on it. Hey, it's no longer booting up. That front face of the stealth burner has the LEDs. It has the 2 fans. Well, try the 2 fans, they work. Try the LEDs, it don't work. So unfortunately, while the printer is booted up, the LEDs in the tool head will not light up because they're unplugged. There's a short somewhere in there. I don't know if it's a bad solder on the PCB, or something got pinched or what, but I just said screw it and just unplugged it. So yeah, can't have a short if there's nothing there to short. just remove the whole thing from the equation. I yeeted that. Actually, the wiring's still in there. I just unplugged it. But yeah, so now we get to do everyone's favorite thing, which is pre-flight checks. So the printer is online. As you can see, it's nice and warm in the garage. Oh, it's toasty. So we're gonna move on over to the other side, and we are going to start getting this ready to rock. So I'm gonna move my fan over here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll move my fan to this side of the garage because I'm a big fan of cooling. There we go. Hopefully you don't hear that. But anyways, so yeah, so we're online. So we got to do some checklist stuff here. What are we caught on? Right about there. I know the printer's not online. First things first, we got to tighten these belts. These belts are horrible. Those belts are a little loosey-goosey, which makes sense considering they loose. One of these will do it. Too lazy to go check if I got the right Allen key. Is this the right Allen key? Yes. Yes. Okay. Buzz those steppers. Yeah. No extra content. Well, there is going to be extra content because here's what the plan is going to be now. Because we got to do some updates. And by updates, I mean, I already got to replace parts on this thing. Remember when we were putting together the tool head and some people are like, is that PETG? And I'm like, it can't be PETG. It's got to be ABS. Why would you use PETG? Yeah, this is PETG. The printed parts that come with the kit are PETG, which, no bueno. So that means we're going to have to do a little replacement. So the plan is the panels apparently warp like crazy. The way they designed these panels to work, I don't like what they did. The panels are inset in the frame, which is not good in my opinion, because what's going to happen now is as the panels expand, as they heat up, they have no room to grow. So they actually push into the frame and they warp and they buckle. That happened to, I think it's 3D Perspective. That happened to his machine. And considering my machine lives in a really hot garage, I'm concerned about my machine having the same problem. So I'm going to be running this machine open air for a bit, essentially. I'm going to be running this machine open air for a bit. Once we figure out a better way of doing the panels, I will panel it up. Also, I will take that time to figure out what kind of tool head we're going to go with, because I'm going to replace this tool head. I have to before I enclose it, because this is PETG. It will not live. It will cease to function in a manner most becoming of a tool head. TLDR, it'll not work, which is not good. Which is definitely not good. By the way, ever tell you putting printers on wheels is great? We sprayed our garage, or correction, we sprayed our house for spiders the other day, which means like all like the earwigs and spiders and all the little bugs that were hiding under everything have crawled out and died. So I have found so many dead bugs in my house over the past 2 days, which is good. They're dead. But it's a lot of spiders. And it's like, actually not a lot of spiders, not a lot of spiders, a lot of earwigs. You get a lot of earwigs around here. It's hot, moist summers. They like living under wood and whatnot. What's chat up to? What is chat up to? What are you up to, chat? Am I missing? Going to CNC one-piece polycarbonate and ACM panels for mine. I don't like having seams in the panel. I'm not too worried about the seam. It's gonna, the issue is the expansion. It doesn't have expansion. So either I trim the panels down to have a gap, and then I got to figure out how to seal the gap so that, you know, all my wonderful hot air doesn't escape, right? Because that would be bad. Jake England, £2. Cheers and appreciate it. See, the Milo enclosure build is going well. Funny joke, but you know this would actually make a really good enclosure for a Milo. There we go. This actually worked really well, letting the pre-stretching the belts and then just leaving them for a bit and then going and doing a final stretch. I already tightened the XY belts. Also, yes, I know my drag chains are backwards. I gotta fix them, but I'll get to that in the future. But my drag chains are backwards. I know that. Do you know that? I know that. Is that an M4? That is an M4. Oh, no. Okay, that's that one. That's that one. Moving the printer around with the wheels is so much fun. And yes, I tighten my belts by feel. I just kind of got used to it. Also, I also learned that apparently, you know how I trimmed all the wires? I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to like bundle them up underneath the platform here. Instead, I trimmed them up. Oop. Disconnected. Do we lose a connection? What's going on here? Open a new tab. Why did we lose connection? MCU, okay, firmware restart. I might have bumped something while picking everything up. Damn it. There we go. Okay, so stepper buzz time. How's the camera look, by the way? I can't see. I can't see. We'll put you here for now. Stop moving. There we go. So use Reflectex and tape. I could. So is it a smart idea to do this with a laptop on the bed? Probably not. But anyways, documentation, community. Where is documentation? There we go. Tuning guides, the build, initial startup, verifying temperature, cooling fans. Okay, so we'll verify. I did, by the way, check to make sure the fans work. So I did kind of cheat a little. So if I set the extruder to 50 Celsius, the fan kicks on, so we're good there. And it does heat up. So the extruder is working. I haven't checked any of the bed stuff yet. So that's something I'm gonna have to double check, but I haven't done any of the bed stuff yet. We'll get to that. But I do wanna make sure the stepper motors are, so what is it? It's Z1, okay, there we go. So stepper buzz. Control copy. So you go there, and actually let me pop chat out here so I can actually see you guys. Pop out chat. There's chat. Hi chat. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Hope you're all good. I'm doing fantastic. There we go. Okay, so stepper X, which is one of these. Okay, that's moving. That's moving. Okay. Stepper Y. It's that one. I can hear the fans kicking on as well. Okay. And stepper Z. So this should be Z. So it should move in the positive direction first and then the negative. So it should go up, down. It's that guy. Down, up. Okay, so that's going the other way. So that is reverse. So step one. So that would be that one there. Down, up, down, up. So I got to reverse these two. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Got to reverse that one. And which means I probably have to reverse this one. Yeah. So we got to reverse all of our Z motors. So printer.cfg, extruder. I'm going to do this on the main desktop so I can actually see what I'm doing. Come over here. Wow, I can actually see what I'm doing a little bit better. So I need the Z motors. Steppers, stepper Z. Where is the pin? Where is my motors settings? Stepper.cfg. There we go. Okay. Direction pin. Delete that. Add that. Delete that. Save and restart. There we go. A good video of the startup stuff. I can't watch a video while streaming. It throws me off. Every time I try to like watch a video while streaming, it throws me off. I can't do it. Okay, so now let's double check everything again. Why are you still going the other way? Down, up. Let's do this guy. I hit save and restart. Why do they not reverse? I know they're back. I know the orientation, the motor count is different. I'm fine with that. But I reversed the pin and they're still going the wrong way. Am I missing something here? Yeah, adding a... Why did that not... Include steppers SPP? What's stepper SPP? Oh, maybe it's this one I'm supposed to change. Save and restart. Okay, so there's stepper and stepper SPP. Okay, so let's see if we're good now. This guy. There we go, up, down. There we go. Did I comment out the LED barf config? I haven't touched anything. Everything I've done to the config you've seen. Up, down. Although I tried turning the light on here and the light didn't turn on. Okay, that one's good. That one's good. Coming out the LED barf out, having it will make the MCU crash. Okay. Why is it not, is the MCU not powerful enough to handle the the barf? Like, I just want the light to turn on. Okay, so apparently I got to fix some LED barf before the MCU overheats and crashes. So what area do I comment out? Where's the LED barf you want me to get rid of? Jeez, look at the bed mesh. All the way at the top. All this stuff. So basically get rid of all this. Oh, where it says include LED barf. I don't see LED barf. Time lapse, mainsail, test speed. I don't see LED. LED, oh, there you go, there it is. Include LED barf. Yeah, we don't want that. Save and restart. There it is. There we go. Okay, so now, let's try homing. Or actually, no, I gotta do some setup for, let's do XY homing. Let's do XY homing. And then I gotta set up the cartographer, which I can never remember how to set up the cartographer. Or should I, do I have to set up the cartographer? Okay, any fireworks? No, but I'm about to home it for the first time. So, here's the thing, with Core XY, you can do your stepper move, and there is a way of knowing if you're moving in the right direction, but I can never remember if I am moving in the right direction. So, I'm just gonna push home X, and if it goes the right way, we're good. If it doesn't, I'll just hit the E stop and we'll start figuring out from there. Did I get a new board? No, we sorted out the problem with the board. It was a issue with the wiring diagram was incorrect, and we had a short in the LED wires. Okay, home X. Go that way. Yeah! I probably should have checked to make sure the end stops were reading. I probably should have checked to make sure the end stops were actually reading before I sent it. Okay, let's send it for the Y. Screw it. Go that way. Yay! And the end stop works too. Sweet. Okay, Jeez, this is a big printer, eh? There we go. Okay, the cartographer works. Should I just send it for a Z home and see what happens? If your directions are reversed, for the XY, what would happen? It wouldn't home correctly. It should home to the back right corner on a VORON. So if it homes to any other corner, like you tell it to home X and it starts going that way, that means you're going the wrong way. So it wouldn't home. Now, if you're running like sensorless and whatnot, yeah, it probably would print, but you'd be printing backwards or 90. LTX, did you have to, I wish there was better documentation. Did you have to calibrate your cartographer or was it already pre-calibrated? Like, can I just send it home or Z calibrate or, you know, let's cartographer probe. I did have to calibrate. Okay, let's pull up the cartographer docs here. Get this off the bed because that would be very bad. And, where is, okay, set up documentation. Okay. So, which one do I have? Before you begin, hardware setup, software. It's set to scan. Take it out of scan, set it up for touch, and calibrate it that way. Okay, how do I do that? I don't really do, let's see here, machine. I don't really do eddy current probes that often. I'm still new at them. So where is scanner? Is it in here? Is there a separate config for it? Is that a config thing? Homing overwrite, is it in there? Oh, that's that. I'm trying to remember. Control F, scanner. They just call it scanner. There you go. Okay, scanner. So it is set for scan. So would I change that calibration method? I would turn that to touch, right? I'm assuming. Before you begin. Hardware setup. Probe switch mode touch. Okay. Well, I have calibration method scan, sensor, cartographer, sensor alt, carto. Where's probe switch mode? Control F. Switch. There is no probe switch mode. Scanner. Scanner mode default. I don't see a probe switch mode. I see, can't, here, let's pull it up on the computer, make sure I do it right. But it's been a while, I don't want to screw it up. So machine, printer.cfg. Here's the scanner section. So it's set for scan. So cartographer, probe. So set up documentation. software configuration. Clipper. So this should already be set up. Clipper configuration. So scanner, Carto. You dropped a link in the stream chat. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so initial calibration. If you want to use cartographer for auto Z offset, you will need to probe switch mode touch. Okay, so I'm assuming I would put this in here. So I would just kind of add this to this. Probe switch mode touch. Right? Oh, that's a console thing. Touch, then make sure you save config. Okay, so probe switch mode touch. Save config. Okay. Okay, I probably shouldn't be doing this with the machine over there. So let's go back over the machine. Let's go back over to the machine. There. Let's go. Okay, let me, oh, of course I don't have Discord. Let me log into Discord. No, not Discover, Discord. There we go. Let me hop on Discord quickly so I can get that. Okay, so touch specific. So we did that, save config. Okay, so now G28XY, okay. All right, G28XY, dashboard, G28XY. Okay, position the nozzle in the center of the bed. What are you doing? I just said XY. I just said XY. Where are you going? I'm gonna let it keep doing this for a bit just so the bed comes down. While the XY homing is with authority, Zed is working on it. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there just to be safe. At this point, you would note that the Z end stop is triggered. This is normal and will be resolved once you run the next command. So, okay, so let's do this manually. So home X. Home Y. And now we go to the middle bed, G0, 300, X 300, Y 300. Middle of the bed, 300 by 300. Gotta love it. I probably should level these beds, eh? Here, let me level these beds now. Let's level these beds first. Let's level these beds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the Phoenix way of doing it. And I'm just going to tighten everything down. I'm just going to tighten everything down. So while you're enjoying this riveting content, don't forget every stream we do a giveaway of Polymaker filament. So link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. Do this now. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, ring the bell, and do some shopping, because right now Polymaker has their restock event sale on. So right now you can get 35% off all their filament, or most of their filament that's in stock. So link in the video description, enter for your chance to win some filament, or just go shopping with the affiliate link pinned in chat. Because it won't cost you anything extra, and it'll go a long way in supporting the channel. Or, if you're totally cool and you don't need filament, the best way to support the channel is just become a channel member or Patreon supporter. Or even if you're cooler people, gifting memberships. Coolest way to do it. I can't see chat right now, so I'm just yapping. That doesn't want to go down. Why don't... Am I pinching something? I better not be pinching something. I am pinching something. I can't see. I can't see. What's going on? Urgh. Am I pinching something? Well, everything else is going down fine. Oh, you know what it is? It's the stupid clearance for the pin, or for the screws. Go through the extrusion. So how much you want to bet this one doesn't line up just right? So everything else is going out nice and flat. Except for this guy. Every other one is going right down. Yeah. How much you want to bet that doesn't line up? Who was that? Andy Miller, $20. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. All right, so it's this one right here. Nope. Swap this screw out. Ah! Swap it out to a shorter screw, I think. Come on. Let's try a slightly shorter screw. Let's try a slightly shorter screw. Let's try that. It is warm. I mean, it's good for the printers that are printing. But for the human that's not printing, it is warm. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's a spring. Okay. Yeah, so that's okay. So that's not that big of a deal then. All the other screws clear their little recess pocket. Yeah, it's kind of a not a great design. The screws are designed to pass through the T-nut and then into the frame where there's like a clearance hole for them. Problem is the clearance hole is like literally the size of the screw. So if they don't line up perfectly, it don't work. And none of the beds are hot, so that's good. None of the beds are hot. So that's good. Okay. That is a big bed. Okay. You back up. Huh. Can you not see my laptop? Good. Again. Okay. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, so X and Y should be open, Z should be triggered. So let's check that. Machine. It's showing Z as open. It's showing Z as open when it should be triggered. It's not triggered. What is going on here? The probe should be triggered. So does that mean I go into, let's see here. Because according to this, it should be triggered. But on here, it is open. So scanner. How do I reverse it? How do I? Does it show it anywhere in here? Let's try to Z home. I mean, I could do that. I could just try Z homing, and then if it just kind of, it should be triggered, but it's not. Let me grab a chunk of metal, try homing Z. Dashboard. Okay, so it homed off the metal block. So I think we're good. I think we're actually good. I think we're okay. Because it did home off the Z there. So that's good there. Okay. So cartographer calibrate method manual. It's probably now triggered. Let's see. Let's see. Machine. Oh, I hit a button. What is this? E-stop. Oh, yeah. I accidentally hit the QGL button. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. Firmware restart, yeah. Okay, so G28 XY. So let's do this again. Let's go through this again. So G28 XY. I'm just gonna let it home to the middle. With my finger on the E-stop. Oh, delule, oh, delule, oh, delule, oh. Oh, delule, oh, delule, oh, delule, oh. My hand is on the E-stop, by the way. Do you believe, chat? Do you believe? Because we got freaking 27-to-1 gearing on the Z here with 9mm belts. You better believe. My hand is on the E-stop. I believe. It's still showing as open, but whatever. Okay. Dashboard. And if it works, it works. Okay. So that is that. Cartographer calibrate method manual. You can either use the web interface to adjust the Z height or test Z to lower it. Okay. So manual. So now coming down one. I need a piece of paper. This is big. I need a piece of paper. I need the piece of paper. Un petit peu de papier? Où est mon papier? Je travaille pour un petit peu de papier. Où est mon papier? Ah! Regardez. Papier. Should I be using a receipt that I found on the floor? Probably not. What is that noise? I think we're too low. That Z is bottomed out. We're gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna have to do a quad gantry level now because it is that one back there bottomed out while trying to home. So I gotta do a QGL, yeah. And then we're gonna have to do that again. Okay, so home all. Oh, printer finished. Okay. QGL. Are you ready, guys? Oh, it gave me a thunk. It wasn't happy. Let's try this again. It's gonna have to do this multiple times. That one was out anywhere from -4. It had to adjust some of the corners 5 millimeters on that. It was out 6.9 millimeters. Hey, we haven't crashed the nozzle yet. I'm okay with that. How do I initiate a gantry level? By pushing the gantry level button. It's called QGL, quad gantry leveling. On a VORON, it's a macro that's just, or any VORON type printer, it's gonna be common. Most of the time they just set it as a macro, but it's quad gantry leveling. You can only do it on printers where you have 4 independent Z motors. Why is that seem to be adjusting quite a bit? Okay, something ain't right. E-stop, E-stop. Those 2 corners are adjusting way higher than the rest. Something's not right here. Something ain't right here. These 2 were adjusted the wrong way. Why were these 2 adjusted the wrong way? Because it's like this now. Because these 2 corners were low and then they just went crazy up. Wrong motors per corner. Let's go take a look. Motors specified. They should be. I mean, how do you force move a Z motor on Clipper? Because they have it 0, 1, 2, 3. On a VORON, it's 0, 1, 2, 3. But I got to force move the motors now because they're way out to lunch. So the only thing I can think of, let's take a look here. Quad gantry level. We did buzz the Z motors. We did buzz them. They're backwards. But I don't know if that's a problem. Because let's see here. Because we... where shoot. My backup file. See, they don't have these stupid things. Do they have them? Front left. They have the motors backwards. This isn't front left. This is front right. They have these backwards. They have these, this isn't front left. One second here. Let me pull up the manual to see what I wired these up as. Because I follow the manual. So Z0, 1, 2, 3. And there's, where is it? is it? Yeah, okay, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to change the MCU. Where does it show the XY motors? Half the manual is freaking putting the enclosure on it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because they have it here. Z0 front right. So front right, rear left, front left. And it should be front left. The thing is, I got to check the pins to see if Fysetc I gotta check the pins to make sure. Where is the Fysetc Pro? Venture, XL, GitHub. Like, do I just have everything wired backwards? Like, do I just switch, like, the 4 plugs that I have in like that? Do I just reverse them? Because right now, I have Z0, which should be front left, is that. So yeah, so if I just take all my plugs and just, instead of 0 to 4, or 1 to 4, I go 4 to 1. They should be fine. And then, I have to, no, I wouldn't have to flip motor direction. Then I would have to flip motor direction. I'd rather just change the plugs. Let me, somewhere. Front left. Front right, yep. Yep. So it's front left, rear right, front right. Yeah. So I just gotta power them off, switch them around. Yeah. Old manual. Well, no, not old manual. They updated the manual. Okay. So turn you off. Okay. I gotta take that stupid cover off. Ooh, I really got close to touching those mains. 1 second here. Let me unplug the printer so I don't electrocute myself. That would be bad. Chat going again so I can see you guys. Can you see? I don't know why it keeps... I'm supposed to have a fingerprint reader on here, but it never works. Okay. So we're just going to wire it up correctly. Printed a new laptop already. Yeah, very quickly. Those frameworks, eh? Okay, so hopefully I have enough room here, because I went and did a dummy thing and shortened all my wires to make it look good. There we go. There you go. So 0, 1, 2, 3 now instead of 1, 2, 3, 0. There we go. Okay, that's that. Yeah. Plug the fan back in. Warps and could use, yep. Oh yeah, this printer is, I'm gonna print with it open frame for a bit. Do a bunch of PLA and PETG prints on it. And then we are going to figure out how to enclose it a bit better. I mean, considering the ambient temperature in my garage lately is in the 30s, do I really need to enclose it? There we go, okay. So that's that. Close you up. Plug you back in. Turn you on. And then we get back to doing everything. How much do I gotta adjust this? Let me scale. Is that my scale? No, that's not my scale. Where's my scale? I gotta figure out how much I gotta adjust these. Probably gonna have to reverse all my Z motors now. Cheaty is a gamble. Eh. I'm not gonna disagree. So I gotta raise these guys up. Oh God. That's 43 millimeters. And that's only 5 millimeters out. We can let it find its home. Okay, so let's do this again. So let's stepper buzz. So stepper buzz Z, so it should be this guy. So this guy now. So that means I need to change all my Z directions again. So am I on the right camera, by the way? You guys see me? You can, okay. Yeah, I know it's kind of not the greatest right now because I don't have a way of showing you my laptop, but I'm adding and removing the pins that I put on earlier because I didn't know that the wiring diagram was wrong. The joys of being an early adopter. Well, I don't want to move at 15, I want to move at 1. Okay, so stepper buzz Z, up, down, there we go. That should be that guy. Oh, Z1. Oh. Stepper DRV status open load. What? Did I not plug it in right? Am I missing a wire? No, everything's plugged in. Okay. What's going on here? There might be some force to make them click. They are in all the way. I know you're not supposed to do it with the... Yeah, no, they're all plugged in. Let's try this again. Nope. Okay, something's not right here. Something's not right here. All right, come on. It's not, the motor's not working. Unplug everything. It's annoying how you have to unscrew this fan to get at the motors. And I kind of need the fan considering the temperature. Okay, let's see here. Oh, all the wires are in there. All wires are in there. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the fan off for now, and then I'll turn it on after, but it's all plugged in. It's all plugged in. It's all plugged in. Okay, let's try again. My chat crashed. Oh no. Restore this tab. Hey, you're back. Okay. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, maybe I just didn't plug it in all the way. It looked like it was plugged in all the way. Stepper 2. There we go. And stepper 3. Okay, and then we'll go back and do stepper 1. Or stepper 0. There we go. Okay, so those are all good. So I need to move motor 1 and 0 up 5 millimeters now. So I need to move stepper 1 and stepper 0 and stepper 1 up 5 millimeters. So that we can do stuff. Or I could just tell it to do a home and just let it, or QGL and just let it rip its way in. You know what? I'm just gonna send it. I'm just gonna let a QGL see if a QGL can handle it. Screw it. YOLO, dog. Are we YOLOing it? Who wants to YOLO it? Put a 1 in chat if you want to YOLO it. Come on. Well, we already got some clicking, so. Okay, ready for some more clicking? It's not clicking anymore, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Oh. There we go. That was off by 0.014. Or 0.14, sorry. .034. We're getting close. 0.034. We're aiming for a 0.02, by the way. The range on the first one, 10 millimeters. It's like 10.01 millimeters. Woo! I can live with that. Are you ready, kids? Are you ready, kids? .008. 0.008. I could dig it. Okay, so now we got to do the cartographer. We'll get the Z probe set up, make sure the filament's going the right way, and we will do a print. Okay, home X, home Y. Okay. So cartographer, calibrate method, manual. Okay, I need my super adjustable piece of papier. Ever tell you I hate touchscreens? Okay, save configuration, accept. We should be ready to print. Let's do a bed mesh. Let's do a bed mesh. So home all. Let's do a big bed mesh. And yes, I know there's a chunk of dog hair right in the middle of the bed. Okay, so height map, calibrate, default. It's going to take a minute. Look at it go. Look at it go, guys. It's working. How many points am I doing? Yes. Many points with several buttons. This is the worst spool holder in the world. So much room on the sides for X trouble? Not really. This is the worst spool holder ever. Where's my M5s? You see? Oh, I will. It just for now. I'm just throwing this up because it's going to be quick and easy to throw up on the printer. I don't have a webcam plugged in. I need to do that. Here's my webcam. Oh, it's doing back and forth, I think. Here, we'll do it from this side. There we go. Spool holder installed. And now I need to find the profile for this printer. Venture XL Slicer. Yeah, it does camp, so it's the adaptive mesh, so it only probes the area it's printing in. Slicer profiles, Orca, machine. I want to see this bed mesh too. First big print. I don't know. I don't know how big of a spool. I have some 2 kilogram spools of PLA. So whatever the biggest thing I can do with a 2 kilogram spool is, I guess. Ready? So here I am, doing everything I can. In case you haven't noticed, there's a bit of dip in the middle, but we haven't powered anything up yet. Luckily, there's room for adjustment here. But for those that like taco, we got a 1.5 millimeter of range. Now, to be fair, the bed has, I haven't adjusted the beds at all. I literally just took 4 beds and slammed them on there and tightened them down all the way. So for this first print we're gonna do, I don't think it's gonna matter. Prepare. Okay, so now we need to add a printer. So file, import, preset bundle. We did the Carto touch. We did the Carto touch. We did calibrate. Oh, Orca crashed. Orca slicer. Yeah, we already calibrated the Cardo Touch. File, import, port configs. There we go. Okay. We gotta go with the classic. Yeah, I'll just go with generic PLA. Polymaker in here? No. Polylite PLA there, or no, that's ASA. Polylite PLA. There we go. Slice plate. Let's load some filament in this machine. Dashboard. Okay, let's get, let's move the extruder up. And let's heat that up to 220. Let's find some filament. What do I got for filament? Oh, that fan is loud. Okay, I need some PLA. Let me run downstairs and get some PLA that isn't waterlogged from sitting in my garage. Let's see, what do we got? 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 What do we got for PLA that will look good on camera? That's a big old roll of red PLA. Lipstick red, that'll do. Okay, so I figure this giant thing of lipstick red PLA from Prusa should work pretty good. I need a reverse Bowden. This is not reverse. Where's all my reverse tube? Where's all my reverse tube at? Reverse Bowden tube, I know I have a bunch of it. I got the little piece here. Oh no, where did all my reverse Bowden tube go? I know I had a bunch of it. Yeah, whatever, this will work. Okay, let's load the printer. Oh, hey, this spool won't fit. The big spool won't fit. Okay, let me use a little spool. Let me go get a little spool of filament. Big spool won't fit. Here, will that work? No, that's ASA. Why do I have so much not PLA? You would think I would have more PLA. What are you? Canadian Maker Series Value PLA. You'll work. You'll work. Oh, you are. Oh, you might be. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Canadian Maker Series Value PLA. That spool holder was terrible. Yes, I know it's terrible, but it'll work for now. I just wanted something quick that I can throw in the printer. All right. So, stick a little piece of Bowden tube in there. Okay. Save configuration. Sure. So temperature. Okay. Move. Oh, go back. Extrude. Oh, filament load. Oh, it automatically loads filament. Okay. Well, and clipper has disconnected. Okay. Well, we're loaded. Okay, so now we should be able to print, I think. We should be able to print. Okay, so let's do other skirt loops 6, skirt listens, skirt height 3. There we go. Why am I doing so many skirts? So I have time to live adjust Z. Print. Oh, wait. Slice plate. Export G-code file. Save. 42 minutes. Sweet. Upload and print. Is there anything on the printer? Nope. Let me wipe the bed down. By the way, I have no idea how the beds are going to work. I have no idea how these beds are going to work. I have no idea what the start-stop script looks like. I have no idea. We are just going to send it. Did it just kick on all of them? If we blow a fuse, we blow a fuse. I thought these beds were supposed to heat up sequentially. Okay, well, they're all heating up as one. So there's 1600 amps. You have to add that to the config. Okay, we will be adding that to the config after we get this going. This is the first time I'm powering up the bed, by the way. Oop. I should probably get over there and look at it. Okay. Ah. Hi. You sent me a config? Okay. Yes, we calibrated touch. We did calibrate touch. Yeah, whatever. I'll just live adjust that if I need to. There's more to the calibration. Is there? Okay, well, I'll do it after. I just want to get this going. Well, if it works, so there's camp. Now the nozzle's heating up. Hi from Texas. Buongiorno. Oh, it's doing a little purge line now. I can't see how my first layer is because the printer's so flippin' big and I can't get close to it. That is a purge line. Holy hell. Bro, that's a perfect first layer. I can't zoom any further, by the way, but that is a perfect first layer. Like, that is a perfect first layer. Okay, let me lock the printer down. Or at least tighten 2 of the wheels. Don't want the printer rolling away on me. There we go. It's alive. It's alive. That's as close as I can zoom in. You mentioned Camp Adaptive Mesh. Doesn't Clipper already have it? Yeah, it is. Clipper Adaptive Mesh Profile, or whatever it's called. Oh, Clipper Adaptive Mesh and Purge. It's just part of Clipper now. Some of us still call it Camp because that's what it was called before. Kind of like, you know, for where my fellow Detroit people at, it's the Cobo Center. It's not Huntington Place, right? Home picture of the first layer. I mean, it's a little late now because we're past that, but I'll show you the brim or the skirt. It's not that loud too, I'll be honest. Like, it's a little loud. Yeah, the Purge is part of Camp. Clipper, Adaptive Mesh, and Purge. Would you consider putting a Revo VORON E3D on the Venture? Honestly, probably not. Even with the high flow options, you're only gonna get as much flow as you get out of this guy. And this guy's only like 35 millimeter cube of flow. So. I mean, it's holding temps pretty good. New recommendation for the weekend, got to grab Boris Karloff collection. Ooh, nice. Is the part cooling fan on? Yes, yes it is. Is this fan on? Yep. Okay. Fans are on. All the fans are on, everything's moving. Everything seems happy. Oh my God, it's working. It's working. It's working. Oh my God. You have no idea how happy I am that this thing's working. So pretty much every problem we ran into on this printer, on this build, was just mostly documentation. Is there a way to scale something up to, is there... You can't tell I'm slicing something right now. So fun fact, because I got to adjust the bed to get rid of the taco, the grande noches taco, the enchilada taco, the Mexa Grande taco that we have with the bed. M3x1. It's an M3 screw, 1 millimeter per revolution. So if your bed is dipped down 1.5 millimeters in the middle, all you got to do is take those 4 screws down the middle and just turn them 1.5 times. I think Orca crashed trying to slice that. Orca might have crashed. There we go. So for those wondering why you don't jump into a big printer, if you wanted to print a benchy scaled 1,150%, it would take 7 days. But that's at the default settings. It would also use like 5 kilograms of filament. I'll play around with the settings, see if we can get that down to a more reasonable. That's that's 15% infill, 5% infill. Yeah. And you just better hope the power doesn't go out once during that whole time. By the way, just to put in perspective, just because, you know, scale is one of those things that I don't think a lot of people, it's easy to lose track of. Oh, no, what are you? What are you? Yeah, you're a Core 1. Here's the bed for a Prusa Core 1. If you're curious, here's the bed for a Prusa Core 1. Yeah. With a 1 millimeter nozzle. The plan is, okay, if you're wondering what the plan is, I'm going to print on this machine for a couple weeks, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Just print it as is, stock printing PLA and PETG, because I'm not going to enclose it until we figure out a solution for the panel warping issue. And then I'll do a little video on it, talk about the build, my thoughts on it and whatnot. And then what I will do is we will do an upgrade where we'll swap out to a tool head that still has a filament cutter, because we do need a filament cutter because this will get a box turtle on it. Can you guys see that? You guys can't see that. There was a spider that was making a web right in front of the freaking camera lens. Anyways, so the plan is we're going to leave it open frame, leave it basically in this setup for a couple. I'm going to print on it for a bit. I'll do a little video on it. And then we're going to do a video series where I'm going to put a booster on it. I'm going to put a high flow tool head on it with a high flow hot end. We're going to put a box turtle on it to allow me to do filament rollover. I'm putting the box turtle on this not for multicolor. Yes, I'll be able to do multicolor, but the whole point of putting the box turtle on here is so I can load up several 1 kilogram spools and not have to worry about running out of filament during a big print. Also, this will get a UPS. This is going to get a battery backup UPS, that's for sure. Look at it go! I will say it's got those little like it's not that loud. Like it's making those electronic-y noises, you know, the motor moving noises, like that noise, like the mechanical noisy. Because these are, I think these are 5160 high volts. But yeah. I'm actually like, wow, it's working. Print new parts. Oh yeah, the new parts will be ABS or ASA or something similar. I might even do some like fancy like high temp nylon or something. We'll see. Oh, these are done. Printer's done. Anyone wants some 1/110 or 1/110 scale gun or 1/10 scale Gundam wrist joints? By the way, cryo grip with vision miner, mwah, beautiful, love it. Cryo grip with vision miner is beautiful. How's this print coming along? We're only 20% in. Are we gonna have time to finish it? Hopefully. What's our flow rate at? Machine, let me see, what is our max Excel 40,000, max velocity 500. It's got room. It's got room. PETCF. We'll see. I gotta find something nice in red though, because I want to keep the red going. I'm also kind of happy the feet haven't melted on me. I was a little worried that the feet might get a little mushy out here, but they're fine. The machine's moving for the first time, so all the little spiders that made little, you know, the little spindly webs out in my garage on it are all getting their homes destroyed right now. I think gap fill's enabled. You can hear it doing the gap fill over and over. I also still have to replace the broken fan. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just, I don't wanna do something big on it over the next, because we're gonna play around with this tomorrow night on stream, I think. We're gonna do a big print and chill. So the plan is, finish this print. I need to check to see how good the filament run out sensor is to see if it'll actually pause a print if it runs out. So I'll run the bench again and then just cut the filament and see if it catches it. And then I'll do like a big vase mode print or something to show off tomorrow. And then on stream tomorrow, we'll try and get a big print going. A 600 by 600 benchy is, it's like 5 kilograms of filament. I also have to try and level the bed because the taco is taco-rific. Oh, did somebody become a channel? I missed it. Oh no, who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Morgan Pierce, thank you for becoming a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. I missed that. I'm sorry, Morgan, if you're still here. Remember, best way to support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do is to become a channel member or a Patreon supporter. Or if you are super duper cool, I know some of you are, become a gift membership. So also, apparently I can do the YouTube thing where you guys can be like, I don't know how to set it up. I got to set it up where there's like a leaderboard now where you can get channel points or something. YouTube sent me an email saying I can turn that on now. Thank you, YouTube. So I guess I can do that. So gamification, yay. Look how bad the height map is. Just for that one little area. but it's like right over, it's literally right on the corner of 4 beds. Of course it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna have to sit there with a scale. I'm gonna have to get my like, my surface plate and my indicator out and try and level this bed. But it shows you how good adaptive meshing is. If the first layer is perfect, when the mesh is looking like that, it's good. Why not using CAN bus? It is CAN bus. It is CAN bus toolhead. Print a nice chair. We'll print a nice vase mode something. I mean, it's working pretty good, I will say. We haven't run input shaper. We'll do input shaper tomorrow. What I'm going to do is tomorrow during the day, I'm going to clean up back here, make some room, because I got to figure out how to get this printer into that corner. Because it can't live right where it's at right now. Can you double up layers on a vase mode print? Is that 2 fans? On the stealth burner, yeah, there's the bottom fan keeps the heatsink, or keeps the heatsink cool for your hot end, and then the top fan is a 50-15 and it blows down to cool. What I'll do is I'll just over extrude for the vase mode. I'll just tell it has a 0.8 nozzle, and I'll just over extrude the heck out of it for the vase mode. Or a 0.6 nozzle or something, and just over extrude like mad. And I tuned pressure vents. I haven't tuned anything. Literally, if you watch the stream today was the first time the printer moved. So everything we've done on stream is it. And so yeah, we haven't tuned pressure advance, haven't run input shaping. I mean, I'm assuming there's some default values in there, but that's it. So. You can't double walls in vase mode. Okay. Yeah, you fudge to the printer. You tell the printer it has like a 0.8 nozzle, and it'll just over extrude like crazy. Or you could just over sell. Yeah, like here. Let me find a nice vase mode print. Printables. Let's find a nice vase. What is the most downloaded vase? Go with this. Yeah, that one's boring. That one's boring. See, the problem is a lot of these won't work. Yeah, whatever. Download. All right. Okay, so now we'll go up to 550. Jeez, that's huge. Put on vase mode. Spiral vase. Yes. Okay. And then Steve, print a scaled up benchy as a chair for your son. I mean, he's getting tall. Yeah, so let's do, so I could just tell it to do outer walls at 200%, right? That is 833 grams of filament. But it'll work, and it's a 16-hour print, so we'll do this right after. There we go. Do I have it? Well, I mean, if I run, oh no, Why are you failing? Oh, you're just support. Nothing is worse than when support starts to get all funky on a print. 1 second, I gotta save it. All right, whatever. Whatever we get is whatever we get. Support, who cares if support fails? Trash can time, I know. That thing is huge. Like, for reference, here's a 12 pack of Coke, or Dr. Pepper Zero Sucre. Like, what are the, like, here's a screwdriver for comparison. A 1, 2, 3 block for comparison. A 3D printer for comparison. Printer is big enough you can just throw another printer on it while it's printing and it still has room on the bed. Okay, we're gonna do the giveaway in 5 minutes, okay? So if you have not entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. Go do this now. We're going to be doing the draw at 1:05 p.m. EST my time, so in about 5 minutes. Go enter for that draw. While you're down there, Polymaker is doing their big sale. I don't know when it ends. It ends today, but I don't know what time today. So if you want to save 35% on orders of Polymaker filament or poly dryers, bulk discounts if you buy over 150, you get like a free spool. Use the affiliate link either pinned in chat or in the video description. Use that. It won't cost you anything extra. It's going to save you money and you're going to help out the channel at the same time. So, or if you're thirsty, just go buy some gamer subs, use code Canuck, or buy some 3D Gloop and use code Canuck, or buy some Vision Miner, use code Canuck. I think the Vision Miner one's working now. I got to check. Oh, I know, I gotta wipe the whole bed down. I only wiped down the one little area. How's that print looking? I mean, the print's not looking bad. The overhangs in the front's a little on the melty side, but I kind of expect that when it's 34 Celsius in the garage and it's printing on a 60-degree bed with budget PLA. Take care, Steve. It's actually working. It's actually working. They sell 5-kilogram cope spools. Whew, it is warm. How stable is the bed temp? That's a good question. It is stable. plus minus 0.1 degrees. There's a lot of thermal mass there, so the beds are pretty stable. If you see an unstable bed, that means you probably have a faulty heater, because there's enough thermal mass in the bed that unless like maybe when like when the print cooling fan kicks on, or if you open the door, you shouldn't see your temperature shift too much. The hot end, you will see more of a temperature swing, because remember, the filament flowing through the hot end acts like a heat sink, so it sucks away heat as the filament flows through it. So if you print with like a lot of retractions and then all of a sudden do a big long infill line where you're just throwing filament through, you might see your filament. That's why you need to have a tight PID loop for adjusting on the fly. Same comments about docking missing parts. Yeah, honestly, like, it's a Fysetc, okay? This is the second Fysetc printer I built, and like, if it's anything like the first one, hardware-wise, it's fine. It's documentation and some finicky electronics that seem to be the problem with this machine. Also, all these printed parts that you're seeing are PETG, which means I can't enclose it until I print replacement parts, and I'm not going to bother doing that until we do a tool head upgrade to get it to high flow. Have we messed with Calico? No. Next week. Next week, we're going to play with Calico, because I brought up the Seabore Trident. So we're going to get the Seabore Trident finished with its upgrades, get the 48 volt online, and then we're going to put Calico on it and play with that next week. Because next week, Tube Tuesday begins, or returns, because we got to finish that printer. So it'll be Tube Tuesday. This one, I don't know. Maybe I'll get in touch with Luke from Luke's lab, because I think he has something new to play with. Because I do want to keep the stealth burner. That's the thing. I do want to keep the stealth burner on it. I like the look of a stealth burner. So, yeah, I could put something like an XOL or something, but I like the look of a stealth burner. Plus, it does have a filament cutter in there as well, if I need it. Which I will need. Send out the Gloop printer? No, I'm going to be driving the Gloop printer to 3D Printopia, and I'll be giving it to him by hand, because we don't want to risk shipping it. We talked about it. The problem is I'm shipping a printer that I built myself internationally. That's a bit of a risk. Ask Steve what happens when he shipped his Vorons. I'd rather not risk it shipping a printer that will either arrive broken, not arrive at all, or arrive with a lot of damage. The Gloop, yeah, I built a V2 for Gloop to put at their booth. So they sent me a kit, we built it, and it's to go at their booth at trade shows, because I don't have a Gloop printer. We just got to get it to them, so I'm going to bring it to them when I go to 3D Printopia later this year. What do you think about the CPAP stealth printer mods? If you need that cooling, go for it. I'll be honest, most of my Vorons print enclosed, so like I'm printing ABS and nylons and other materials that you're not running high fans anyways. So if I only need 20% of a part cooling fan, what do I need CPAP for? Like machines where you're printing like PLA, or open air machines where you're printing high detailed stuff fast. Okay, I get putting CPAP and those really cool cooling fans in, but like a machine like a Voron that's printing ABS and ASA all day, where your part cooling fan doesn't even need to go above 20%, why do you need CPAP? Why do you need, if you need more cooling, just run the fan higher. Like, I don't do speed benchies, so look at it go. Look at it go. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. We're doing the giveaway now because literally whenever the print finishes, I gotta end stream because we're gonna run late. So let's do this giveaway. Link to sheet. Okay, publish. No more entries. Save. Look at it go. It's working. I am so happy it's working. After the stream ends, I'm going to try and get the bed a little bit flatter. And then I'll run that vase mode print. try liquid cooling. Just have a mister there spraying a fine mist of isopropyl alcohol on the print as it's printing to keep it cool. Honestly, unless you're printing in a super high temperature enclosure, liquid cooling a hot end doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. But that's just me. I like to not deal with complicated stuff. Keep it simple, use known good working setups and configs, and just roll with it. Okay, so we got 230 people, random bots. 230 people. Play. There we go. Acetone if you're printing ABS. Yeah, just, you know, turn your entire garage into like a hot box. Just fire hazard and, you know. Okay, so how it works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and it's the luckiest ball in the world, you get a free hat. This one right here. Who is this person? Who is this person? Ballant V. If you win, you get a free hat. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button and ring the bell and are subscribed to the channel, it actually greases your ball up and makes it go even faster. Go check on the print. Look at the print go. Move my fan over back to the other side so I can actually stay a little cool. Okay. There's my fan. Who's in the lead? RS Makes in the lead. Oh. It's not exclamation marks faster, it's exclamation mark zoom zoom. Exclamation mark faster makes your ball go slower. It's reverse psychology. Oh, 3D medic vents. 3D medic vents. Oh, no. Tohose. Is that a J? Tojo? Tojosi? Tohose? There are too many letters in that name that could be silent. So. Hi, Calvin. What? You want a 7-Up? 1 second. Are you allowed to have a 7-Up? Who's...
Mama don't care.
Mama doesn't care if you have one?
Yes.
What do you say?
Please, I have it. Yes.
Now what do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Spoiled little kid. Dojo. Tohose. You have too many letters in your name that could be silent. Anyways, congratulations. You won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Let me find your name here. One day somebody will win the hat. One day. It is a legit thing. You do win a hat. If I do pick your ball and you win, you do get a hat. Off the merch store. I will send you a hat from the merch store. We have a merch store, by the way. So if you want to buy some merch, link in the video description. Go buy a, I don't know, printing an easy hat or something. I got to do that thing with YouTube where I can promote products midstream where it pops up. But it's annoying. That's the thing, like, I run my streams like I like watching streams, which is like minimal ads, no, like, sponsored spots. The problem is, you don't make money that way. It's annoying at times. So, if you want to avoid ads in your videos that you watch on this channel, consider becoming a channel member and a Patreon supporter, because it allows me to run it minimally. Or just be cool and gift memberships. Everyone likes gifting memberships. Because what do we got next week? Next week or the week after? Is the channel member stream? I can't remember. We're getting close to it, I think. Also, it's my wife's birthday next week, so I gotta do some shopping. You didn't enter the giveaway. You had a chance all stream. Is that a half-scale Benchy? No, no, sweet summer child. That's a full-scale Benchy. It just looks little. YouTube has ads. Yeah, watch. Here, I'll push a button. There you go. Some people got an ad just then. It's actually a 300% Benchy. You may the 7-Up commercials. I haven't seen, so here's the thing, I don't watch TV. Like, I don't watch TV. I stream. So I haven't seen an ad on TV in like, whenever the last time I brought my car in to get service and I had to sit in a waiting room. And whatever was on when I was on my phone. Whatever they had on the wall over there while I was doom scrolling on my phone. Yeah, I have the drag chains on backwards. That's why they got the big loop-de-loop. I'll fix it. I just, at some point. I'll fix it whenever I do the tool head swap out. Give me an excuse to fix it. But for right now, yeah, the drag chains are backwards. I mean, the bigger loopy means less strain on the wires, right? 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 Bigger loopy, more betterer. Millennials doom scroll. Hey, man. For us millennials, times have never been good. So it's all doom scrolling. Yay, I graduated college. What should I do with my life? 2008 financial crash. Hey, things are finally starting to get good. Recession. Hey, maybe everything will be, you know, good. Oh, global pandemic. Hey, we're finally over the pandemic. Oh, trade wars. I think Chief Cheeto there threw another 35% at my country, which, well, you know what's funny? We've come to realize he does it on a Friday so that the stock market tanks over the weekend so all his buddies can just buy up stocks and then he'll just reverse it. He's a taco. Speaking of taco. It's like, ah. Yeah, I took all the jobs. So here's the thing. I was watching a thing. The problem with AI, it's not that it's taking all the jobs, it's taking all the entry-level jobs. So all the jobs that like people who just graduate university from or whatever that would go into the field, their jobs are getting replaced with AI, the entry-level stuff. So the problem is you're not building up for future people. Say goodbye to the wifey. So yeah, so that's the problem is like the tool shop I worked at. One of the things I hated about the way it was run was after it got bought out, basically promotions stopped happening. They stopped promoting from within and they would just hire people for positions. But when they hired people, they hired them so that they wouldn't have to pay them good. Like instead of like taking somebody who's making decent wage and promoting them to a position where they got to pay them more, they would just hire somebody for that senior position and pay him less than a guy on the floor as a step down. So the problem is you don't breed that culture of moving up the ladder. And when you don't have that culture, people don't care about their job anymore because it's like, well, if I want to raise, I leave, which isn't good. Like that's how you ruin a company in the long term is when like nobody cares to work there anymore. Nobody takes pride in their work. Why would you? The company doesn't care about you anymore. Why would you care? You're just here for the paycheck. So with all these companies now not hiring new employees, they just rely on AI for that. you're going to have all these companies in, you know, a couple of years where they have brain drain. So. Who will think of the, won't somebody think of the short-term profits? The guy who needs some toluene to solve his PG. Well, if Polymaker sells it, use the link pinned in chat there. It's an affiliate link and save 35% on your order if the sale's still on. So. It's a beautiful VORON. Technically, it's not a VORON. It's a Fysetc Venture XL. It's not a VORON. It doesn't get a VORON serial, but it is heavily inspired by a VORON, let's be honest. And it's 600 millimeters cubed. So it's basically, if you had come up to me, I did this exact same thing to somebody. I can't remember if it was last year's 3D Printopia or the year before it, where somebody came up to me like, hey, I like the VORON V2, I like the fixed bed flying gantry design, but I need a larger printer. What would you recommend? And I'm like, just take a VORON V2, do the 9mm XY belt mod, and build it in a 4040 frame. Because the 4040 frame has, like, it's basically two 2020 profiles next to each other, right, for 4040. So that way you could basically build it exactly normal, just twice as big on a beefier frame. That's basically what this printer is. This is a V2 with CNC parts and the 9mm XY belt mod. The motors are upside down because the bed gets lower. So there's a lot of differences. Like, very little of this machine is one-to-one VORON, but it's like obviously inspired by it. So I think you probably could use the gantry stuff. The gantry is probably compatible with VORON, but like the frame isn't, and the bed isn't, because the bed is mounted to extrusions that sit flush with the frame and whatnot. So there are obviously differences, but this is basically just a stock V2 in a 4040 frame at double size. So it is. It's even running NEMA 17s. Now, granted, you can see them. Those are some beefy NEMA 17s, but they are NEMA 17s. Can I get a, you can't get a zero? I talked with the VORON team a little bit a while ago, and I don't think this qualifies for a serial. I personally would think it would qualify the same as like does a Doom Cube get a VORON serial, or is it its own thing? Simple as that. A giant trident? A giant trident, at that point, just go build a rat rig. Rat rigs are beefier and can handle the larger bed. Building a trident this big with a 600 millimeter bed moving up and down on the same Z motion would not be smart. Don't. It's not designed for that. A rat rig is what you want if you want a moving bed large format printer. Microns do? Well, Micron's just scaled down. I just love how small this bed is. Or how small the print looks on it. Let me get... I can't record upside down? I can. Video. There we go. Ooh, it is warm. Double shear those motors. Yeah, that will be coming too. I will be doing the double shear mod as well. Create a live stream, post the video. There we go. I posted that video I just recorded in the stream chat. How big is the area? 600. It'll do the full print volume. It'll do 600 millimeters cubed. What's the double shear mod? It basically adds bearings to the other side. See how the XY motors, the AB motors, it basically adds a bearing to the other side of the pin, which I never even checked how smooth these belts are running. I haven't even looked at these belts yet. Make sure everything's running good. I'm gonna have to adjust them a little bit. When you first power up a VORON for the first time, because the belts are all weird and crooked and whatnot, sometimes you rub when you shouldn't. So I usually clean out everything after the first run and then see if we get any wear. But it's hard to tell right off the bat. So. Double shear. That was a Phoenix. This isn't a Phoenix. That was a Phoenix. This is a completely different printer from that. This isn't a VORON. This isn't an official VORON. Need to put I am putting a box turtle on it, but I'm putting the box turtle on it more for filament rollover than for multicolor. Like I got the box turtle right over there. All-wheel drive mod? No. Not going to bother with all-wheel drive on this. Space next to the bed? I believe there's a little bit, but not as much as you think. Like, there's enough for purge. Like, I don't think you can IDEX this easily. I don't think there's enough room. What double shear? I've been trying to find something. There's a mod somebody already made for this. I think it's on printables. Yeah, the Phoenix uses NEMA 23s, which have 8mm shafts, which, put it this way, the belts will break before you bend that shaft. Like, you will literally break those belts before that shaft bends. It's a hardened 8mm shaft. Index, this won't get index. Index on this, I think, would be a waste, because there's no real ultra high flow hot end for index. I keep seeing people think, like, comments from people saying, like, index is going to kill all the multi-material options out there. It's not. Index is just another way of doing multi-material. There's pros and cons to it. Tool changers will still have a place, because with a tool changer, you still have a lot more control over each tool head. So, for example, the index, you only have that one extruder. If you, like, it can handle flexibles, it can handle hardened materials, but there are dedicated extruders that might be a little bit better at some options that you may want. Hot ends, you are limited to the index hot end, which, while it is a higher flow hot end, it's not, you're not pushing 70mm cubed out of it. So if you want to run, you know, my XL, the first tool in my XL has an obsidian in it, or correction, has a diamondback nozzle. The second, third, and fourth ones are high flow brass, and the fifth nozzle is a 0.6 or a 0.8 nozzle. Like, they're all designed for different, like, you have more customizability with a dedicated tool changer versus an index system. Now, the index system, if you want a system where you're going to be doing a lot of multicolor prints, that makes sense. But an index system on something like just two tool heads, like for material and support, might not make as much sense. Like, it really depends on your use case. There will still be a place for MMU units and AMS units, because those they're the simplest way of doing multicolor. Index is kind of, it's in the middle. It's not as feature rich as a dedicated tool changing system, but it doesn't have as many as the downsides as an AMS or an MMU system. So it sits in this happy medium. The problem is, a lot of times, jack of all trades, master of none. So while it will work for some use cases, it doesn't work for every use case. So now, will it take a bite out of tool changers market like the Prusa XL? Probably, but so did the AMS when that came out. Like, there's there's many different ways to go about stuff. There's many different ways to go about stuff. And one solution isn't always the best. Yeah, we're at 99%. Oh. We're done. Okay, I got to keep the bed at 60 because I got to run a bed mesh. 60. How do I tell all the beds to stay at 60? Do I just tell all the beds to stay at 60? Okay. It'd be nice if there was a way to tell all the beds to stay at 60. Okay, let's get the best spatula in the world and get the print off. Yeah, get your print off. Literally, best spatula in the world. Okay, that brim went, or skirt went flying. Behold, a benchy. I forgot to take a picture. I gotta take a picture. I gotta put it back in the middle and pretend we didn't finish the print already. There we go. There we go. It's so little. It's so little. Oh, now I gotta get the benchy off the bed. Okay, now I gotta bed mesh it. Okay, so we will do a QGL. What are you doing? It looks skewed. I think that's just the camera angle. There we go. We have focus, focus. There we go. A benchy. I know I got no memory card. Behold. I mean, that's not bad. Decent bridging. A little melty on the bow, but that happens with cheap PLA on a big bed like this at 60C. But yeah, that's a perfectly competent benchy. What's the best size for a big printer? What do you mean? It depends. Okay, height map, calibrate, calibrate. Oh, okay, it's, yeah. Save config, clear, calibrate, default. Yeah, it's only doing that. Okay, I gotta, how do I clear that old height map? But it's only doing that little area. Do I have to like recycle the printer? Save config, I'll just recycle the printer. There we go. Okay, so turn the beds on to 60. The beds are at 60. Home all. Yeah, what is the best size for a big printer? There is no best size for a big printer. It's whatever you need to fit your use case. Okay, so that's that. G-code height map. Calibrate. Go. Yeah, we're doing a new height map now. So we'll see what the height map looks like. And then what I'll do is I'll take the flex plate off. I'll adjust what I need to because it's tacoed down the middle. So if everything's screwed down, if all goes well, I should just have to unscrew the middle and it should like level out. But that was with it cold. Now it's been at 60 for an hour. So when it can fit through the door. Yeah, this printer literally lives on the other side of this wall, because if I had built it over here, I would not have been able to move it anywhere. That's why it's on that side of the garage, because literally I can't move it anywhere. So it's over there. So if something happens and I need to bring it anywhere for anything, I can at least go out the garage door. It's funny how much longer it takes to do this on a big printer. Remember, it is 4 times the bed volume of a 300. Square cube law, remember, square cube law is a bitch. So think about it, okay? You have a printer this big, okay? If you want to make it twice as big, it's not, you know, double. It's you got one of these, you want to make it bigger. Actually, where did I put it? I'll show you exactly. I think I threw it out. Did I throw out the... Yeah, I think I threw it out. Yeah, I threw it out. I had a 100% scale. This is 200%. So this is 100% scale. If you want to make it twice as big, it's not, you know, just double. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 8 times. It's square cube law. So you times its volume by 2, it's 8 times the mass. Square cube law is a bitch. That's why we don't, that's why mechs, this is why we can't have our giant fighting robots, is because of square cube law and other, you know, reasons. Get a Saval Zero. I have a Saval Zero. It's a fun little printer. The problem is its price for what you're getting is quite a bit, is hard to justify. That's the problem with the Saval Zero. It's a mighty fine printer. I have no issues with the Saval Zero. I've used it a couple times. It's not a bad printer. The problem is at its price point, there are better printers for the money. Unless you need basically a larger V0 that you don't want to build, there are better options, but that doesn't make it a bad printer. It just, remember, there's very few bad products out there. It's just products that aren't worth their price. So. Ethical reasons, but Spike didn't care much. It was fun to watch. Huh? What? How long would this take without a scanner? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. So, I'm assuming 0. Where's front left? So X is this. So this is front left. Okay. So down the middle. Oh my God. So I gotta raise the middle. So that is 1 millimeter. So 1.5 millimeters. So these two I gotta raise 1.5 rotations. 1 rotation. 1 rotation. Okay, so let's take a look here. Dashboard, home, Y. Oh. Oh, you have to home X before homing Y on this machine because of the way the thing is. Either way, it's out of the way. Okay. Here, let's turn those motors off then. Yeah, you have to home X and then home Y because it homes Y off of the motor mount. Okay, so 1.5 rotations, 1 rotation, 1 rotation. Okay, so get my, I think I actually have the screwdrivers over there, I think. Or did I bring them back over here? Brought them over here. Okay, so 1.5. One and a half. One rotation. One rotation. One rotation. One rotation. A little bit less than one. 3/4. There we go. Okay, so now home all. Okay, and now height map, clear, calibrate, calibrate. And now we do it again. I'm just going to do this one more time, see if it improved, and then we're going to call the stream there because it is the little guy is by himself inside the house. Hey, Calvin, you good? Okay. There's a Gundam mech in Japan that's humongous. Yeah, they have a 1-to-1 scale. But, you know, I've got a 1-to-10 scale that I'm working on, which you can see the behind the scenes stuff if you become a channel member or Patreon supporter, and you get access to the super secret channel on the Discord where I show this stuff off that I'm working on. It's going to be about this tall. It's going to be taller than me. QGL. I'm not running QGL quite simply for the fact that, one, we're doing a variable thing. So it's a variable. So if it's slightly out, it should be slightly out consistently. So it doesn't really matter. Two, we got 27-to-1 gearing on the Z. I can literally, before I put the beds on, I could pick up the printer with the gantry and it wouldn't move. So when you power the printer off or you cycle the power on this printer, your gantry should not move. It shouldn't. So. And then I'll get the vase mode print going here. Why is the hot end fan not spinning? Because the hot end's not on. The hot end is not on and it's under 50C. So why would it be on? Where did I get the files for the Gundam? I bought them. K3D? They're on printables. I think they're on printables now. But I got them off either Cults or CG Trader. I can't remember. Calvin is my cat's name. Well, Calvin's my son's name. Yeah, Rat Rig doesn't make a Trident. They make the Rat Rig, which the Rat Rig is a really beefy. I have one, but I have a 200, which I might be selling. I might sell it. I gotta start clearing out some of these printers. If you live in Southern Ontario in the Windsor, Ontario area, and you want to buy a 3D printer, and you know which ones I have, reach out. We might be able to make a deal. I gotta start getting rid of some of these. FL Sun, this big ass FL Sun I gotta get rid of. It has been sitting in the garage unused for like a year now, and it's taking up way too much room. Also, I gotta plug the camera in this. Yeah, Rat Rig makes the V core. They also make some other, don't they make another, they make a bed flinger? Don't they make a bed flinger? But yeah, they... The V-Minion. They still make the V-Minion? That machine was a fun build, but they really could have... That machine needed a an optimization patch. It was way too much stuff for that little machine. Like, component-wise, the fact that it had... What is it? 2/3 more individual components than a VORON V2. Hey, it's a bit better. Okay, so we're at 1 millimeter. So where is 0, 0? So this is 5. So if I do another 1.5, a little turn there, leave the middle. Okay, so half turn, half turn, half turn, half turn in the corners, full turn, quarter turn, quarter turn. Okay, let's see here. Dashboard, motor's off. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Whoop. Okay, so what is it? Half turn in all the corners. I'm not looking for it to be perfect, by the way. I just want it within, you know, reasonable. And then quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, and okay. Okay. I really wish they had included a spring steel bed that was bigger than the bed. It is annoying when you have a bed that isn't... Oh, I gotta move it forward. It is annoying when you have a bed that doesn't bed. All. Think I'll have to adjust the bed screws when I close it? Maybe. I mean, how it works on a VORON on the Phoenix, the bed's rigid mounted and shimmed flat. So you mount your bed flat, you do a QGL, and then you start shimming them until they're flat. This has springs, which springs allow you to just tighten everything down and then just bring up what you need to bring up to try and get it flat. The problem is springs are springs, so they can expand and contract more depending on heat versus like a rigid bushing made out of Delrin or something. So, okay, we're gonna let this go and then we're calling it after. Whatever we get here will be the whatever we get, and then I'm gonna start that big print. So the plan is this will solve two things. It'll put hours on the machine if it's a 16-hour print, and two, it'll test the filament run out. So, actually, let me turn that brim off. I don't need a brim. Support. Brim. Where's brim? Support, raft, base. Where's brim? Is it in others? No brim. I think we still have a skirt though. Yeah, we still have a skirt. So skirt, 2 loops. That should be enough to let me live adjust the Z. Yeah, this is 550 millimeters. Save. There we go. So it'll let me test the filament run out, because I don't think I have enough filament in the tool head or loaded for it to do the whole thing. So I actually do want it to run out because I want to see how it handles running out of filament. Because it does have a filament run out in the head. But I need to make sure that it does like the Prusa's do. Because like these prints here, this is 4 spools of filament. I literally like ran this to like, I had like 4 spools of partial PLA or ABS or that PETG white. And I purposely saved these big chunky parts to last just so I could kill off like the partial spools. And the Prusa's, they're just, oh, they pause, oh, I'm out of filament, reload me, and you reload it and off it goes. It's great. So I'm hoping this does the same thing for now. Because there is no way in hell that, this is the problem with a big printer. Big printers are hungry. You need to feed them kilograms of filament. And kilograms of filament are hard to spin on spools. So that's why it's gonna need a booster as well. So that's one of the reasons I want the box turtle is filament rollover, and then I'm gonna put a booster on it as well. So, have I seen the high 5 cantilever cross gantry? Maybe, maybe not. Wasn't the T100? I don't get that the T100, like the 100, because it's the fastest print. It's a 3D. It's a 3D printed 3D printer, which is, you know, fun like the Rook, but it's not a serious machine. I mean, like, I don't know. 25 kilogram feeder spools from Atomic. I mean, I have some 3 kilogram spools, but they're all like ABS, I think. Let's see, what do I got here? ABS, Polylite ABS, Polylite ABS. What's this big guy up here? Where's my... I need to rise to the occasion, folks. Give me a second here. I got a big old spool over here. What do we got here? This is a partial spool of carbon fiber PETG. I need to bring this inside and dry it out. And then we got this spool of Polylite ABS. So I've got 3 kilogram spools of Polylite ABS and a partial spool of IC3D ABS. Yeah. I printed this. I printed this on the whatchamacallit, the Cheaty. This would probably be really fun at a big scale. Hey, oh wow, that's much better. Okay. So what are we at now? 0.72. So one more full turn right across the middle, I think. And on the right, I'll do, okay, so half turn, full turn through the middle. I know I keep saying I'm gonna end stream, but see, this is my problem. I get into a mood and I just start tweaking and adjusting stuff, and it's like, I should be done by now. I should be done. I shouldn't be doing this. We're done. I said I was gonna do this the one time and then start printing, but no. No. So half, half, half. And what was the middle? What did the middle look like? ADHD. I mean, to be fair, I probably do have ADHD. Apparently it runs in the family. Okay, so that, and then one full turn down the middle. I don't have OCD, I have CDO. The letters are in proper alphabetical order, as they should be. There is another way you can do this too, where you basically, you you have the beds basically somewhat floating, and you let the spring steel suck everything together. Okay, home haul. Okay, last one. Last one. Last one. And then I gotta eat because I'm getting hungry. I'm saying I get started and can't stop until it's done. I know, I'm horrible with it. Thought I was finishing with the print. I know, but I want to get the bed somewhat flat so I can start a big vase mode print. Last 20s. I know, I'm... Hey, if you're enjoying this content, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, gifting memberships to others, being cool like that, helping support the channel. It allows me to keep doing stuff like this. There's a break in this filament and I don't know where. Now I gotta unwind it to find the break. Where's the end of this filament? Oh, this is, oh, there's like, I can see the end of the spool. This spool is empty. I was like, I have so much filament on here. I undo one wind, I can see the spool. I can see the spool. So this spool's empty. In the bin. That was the good stuff too. That's the whatchamacallit stuff. The good stuff. The this stuff, Pantheon. Took 10 turns. Well, I'm okay with like letting the bed mesh deal with it. Because remember, when you think about it, when your printer is out like 0.2 millimeters over 300 millimeters, that's not a lot. That's one layer, your first layer, over this much space. Which means over this much space, it's even smaller than that. So when you're printing something like this, it don't matter. So if I'm out within like 0.5 millimeters over 600 millimeters, that's diddly fuck. Ain't anything. Especially depending on what your printer. If your printer is going to be doing nothing but printing random cosmetic knickknack stuff, then it doesn't really even matter that much how good your first layer, as long as it's consistent, as long as your print sticks. Because like if you're just printing like, you know, this kind of stuff that sits on somebody's desk all day, does it really matter if the first layer is slightly out? Like, does it really matter? No. When you're printing stuff that has to be dimensionally accurate because it like snaps together and fits together and whatnot, like you're printing VORON parts, then yeah, you need to be a little concerned. But again, remember, it only has to be dimensionally within tolerance for the width of the part. So, are we still going? Jesus, a big bed. If the printer is out 0.5, honestly, I don't know what the ratio is, if there's like a magic ratio where it doesn't matter. But honestly, if the bed is a flat mix 6 bed, I've never worried about it. I just run a bed mesh and move on with my life, and it's never been an issue. The only time you need to be concerned about it is printers like Prusa's here, where the beds are trammed, where you can literally have the bed be out a millimeter, and the mesh will fix it, but every print will be out a millimeter, and the printer isn't that big. So on the Prusa's, what I do is I power them off, and I'll manually level the beds. And then I power it back up and they stay synced. And about if I notice something's off, I'll redo it. But every couple of months, I will home the printers. I'll use like a gauge block or something of a known height. And I'll move over to the 3 areas where the lead screws are, and I'll turn the printer off and manually move the lead screws so that they're level to the nozzle. And then move, oh, there we go. I can live with that. So this one needs to come down. about half a turn, and we'll call it a day. So that one needs to come down about half a turn. I gotta turn the motors off. Turn the motors off. Move you back here. I forgot my Allen key over here. Hot. There we go. Good enough. Okay. This will be the last one. Last one, I promise you. Last one. Last one. Last one. Last one. Don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Do that now while I continue to faff about with this and try to find where I put my spatula. Like, I've got the really good spatula, but I need my regular spatula. There we go. Probably shouldn't be doing this now. I should be doing this on camera. This is one of the reasons I'm printing all the Gundam parts on a Prusa. Is half the reason I'm doing it on Prusas is because I don't want to be sitting there doing a ton of calibration, because I have to do so much with like support and everything. So I reached out to Prusa. I'm like, you guys want to sponsor this build? And they're like, sure. So they sent me several cases of PETG, Prusament and Buddy 3D PETG. And it's just like, feed it in the machine, default profile with the filament, and hit print. No faffing about. And everything just kind of works. Did I do the Core 1 belt mod? No. I haven't done any mods to my Core 1s. They are stock. The only thing I've done on them is change the nozzles. One's running a Obsidian or a Diamondback, and the other one's running a Obsidian High Flow. Gets rid of the VFAs. Are there VFAs in there? Do you see VFAs? You can see the infill. These are printed low density, so it's like 10% infill to wall, so you can see the infill. So you can see the infill pattern. But I don't know. Those look plenty fine. Yeah? Well, you have higher standards than me because this looks fine. All right, hurry up and finish so I can call it done and start this print and go inside and get some food and some water because I'm all out of my delicious gamer subs. This one has a waifu with a raifu. Use code Canuck, save some money, go buy some gamer subs. Black will show VFA more. That's why all the black prints are carbon fiber black. Can't have VFAs if it's being hit by carbon fiber, can it? Am I starting a big print? Yeah, I'm gonna start a big vase mode print. Just for funsies. Is Polymaker worth it? It's good quality filament at a good quality price. Is it the best filament in the world? They have some that I really like. Personally, I'm a fan of like MG94 based resin ABSs. That's my personal preference. The one thing I can knock Polymaker for is I wish I knew what was in their blends for. because the Polylite stuff is usually a blend. Like their Polylite ABS isn't pure ABS, it's mixed with something, and I don't know what. It's still fine. You can use it for VORON parts just fine. It's just not pure ABS. So it's very good for like, I just want to stock up with a ton of good quality filament that I know will work, and in a bunch of colors because they have a lot of color options. If I was running something like a print farm where I had to print nothing but ABS parts all day, maybe I would look into something else. But for like your average person, especially like if you're just printing with a bamboo, there we go. I'm okay with that. Did I screwed that one down a little too much, but no, that's mid bed. I'm okay with that. 0.34 millimeters, I'm okay with that. Because the problem is all these dips now are in the middle. These are the individual beds now that are being funky. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Dashboard. Turn the motor off. Let me just tighten that one down ever so slightly. I think I backed it up just a little too much, that one. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let me clean this bed off, and we'll get a big print going. Should I be wiping down a 60-degree bed with isopropyl directly? Probably not. Okay. Send it with a vase mode print. Support G code. Save. So this is a 0.4 millimeter print. Flow rate, where's flow rate? Printing with 200% flow. So we are over extruding by quite a bit. Upload and print. I'm hearing thunder. Probably not a good idea to start this. They don't have a UPS plugged into this yet. But there we go. I probably also should have put the camera in this. Oh well. Can you plug a camera in, hot swap on a 3D printer running Clipper? Can you do that? It's over there. I can't get to the camera because I've locked down the printer. And it's over here. Aha. What did they give me for a camera? Ooh, it's a C270. Can you hot swap a camera on Clipper? Will it freak out? How long is print? 15 hours. So they give you a Logitech C270, and you're supposed to like put it in an enclosure, and it mounts at the top. Let's try and not electrocute myself. If I electrocute myself, it's for the gram. It's all for the gram. Okay, webcams, edit. Air well connected. Yeah, I may have to power cycle it to get the camera working. I don't even know, are you supposed to plug the camera into that or underneath the screen? Maybe it plugs into the screen. Because I think I have something on the screen it plugs into. I think it plugs into the screen actually, which would make sense because it's supposed to mount up top. I think I have a USB port here. I do. Okay, so that's plugged in. There. Getting no light on it. I just want something so I can monitor it when I'm inside the house. So that's that. Edit. Cam, no. Yeah, I might have to power cycle it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to power cycle it. Oh shoot, how's my first layer? Oh, what's it doing? Oh, it's still bed meshing. Just restart crow's nest from mainsail. How do you do that? Where's crow's nest? How do you restart crow's nest from within mainsail? Cancel. Oh, it sees the webcam. Okay, top right. Oh, there you go. Restart crow's nest. Restart. I should probably be watching this first layer go down. So let's go over there and do that. Oh, there we go. Camera's working. Fine tuning. Whoa. Geez, that moved fast. It's doing a big old purge. There's a blob of hair stuck there on the nozzle. It's annoying. Okay, that first layer is a little on the low side. It is storming like a mofo. It is storming like a mofo right now. Yeah, it's a little on the close side, but... Oh wait, is there a way you're supposed to update this offset because it's cartographer? But the camera's working. What do I think about the Stone Wolf? It's pretty cool now. Shouldn't it be raining? Oh, it's clear in Detroit now? Okay. There we go, that's better. There we go. Am I using the provided PETG parts for the Venture? I am. This is entirely stock. We're gonna print with it open frame for a bit. That's how I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna test it the way they sent it to me, but I'm not gonna enclose it because there's two things. One, these are PETG printed parts. They're gonna fail if I enclose it. Two, the panels warp. The way they design the panels warp. So I'm going to wait and see what Fysetc says about that. So essentially, we're just going to print it open frame. Also, the plan is to upgrade it to a high flow hot end, like an actual proper high flow hot end with like a 0.8 nozzle. So for now, since I'm running it stock, I'm okay. And yes, the camera's a little low because the camera is literally just sitting right there on the frame. Here. Well, I mean, that first layer ain't bad. There we go. I would open my garage door, but I can't. There we go. Oh, I gotta move it down just a little bit. Actually, why is it? Here, let's edit. Edit. What is it? 1280 by 720. It's 720p. Save. Close. Edit. There. No, it's still not widescreen. Oh well. It looks clear though. Look at you get a great view of my empty gas cans. Great view of those empty gas cans. I can't see. That's the problem. I can't see what I'm doing. I mean, this is just to make sure I'm not making spaghetti. So as long as I can see I'm not making spaghetti, we're good. Okay, we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna let this print run for a bit. If something happens, I will update y'all. You can hear the Zed. You can hear it do its thing. You can hear it do its bed meshing. There we go. I know full HD, but it's a C270. It's only 720p. Okay, we're gonna call it there. This was really fun. It's working. We'll come back to this printer tomorrow for a print and chill. We'll do a big printer print and chill, so that'll be fun. So shout out to Fysetc for the kit that we built on this stream. Link for it in the video description. It is not an affiliate link. I might switch it over to an affiliate link. I don't like putting affiliate links for things I haven't tested yet, because I view it as an endorsement personally. But for $2,000, I think you get what you pay for $2,000. Obviously, we will be doing a bunch more on this printer over the next little bit. So tomorrow we'll do another little catch-up stream on it. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Remember, today is the last day of their big sale. I don't know what time today it ends, but filament is not going down in any price anytime soon. So when it's on sale, stock up. Use the link pinned in chat or in the video description. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. And then for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. I'm gonna go get some hydration and some food in me and get a shower because I'm a little greasy. It's a little warm out here, but it's good for the printer. So yeah, enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.